guys, hope everyone's doing well and having a happy new year so far. I've still managed to not get COVID, even though I did go on that cruise. And it turned out it was actually, I would recommend this cruise line, Viking. They were so conscientious and so thorough. They PCR tested us every day. They took our temperature before we entered the dining rooms. And everyone wore masks all the time. In fact, there was one island we went to where they would only let the Viking ship come to the island, and all the other ships weren't allowed to go there because we had such a solid, thorough system. Everyone had to be fully vaxxed and everything. So, and it seemed like a couple hundred people probably didn't even show up, so it was pretty spacious. If you feel like traveling, I swear I felt like I was in a very safe bubble on that ship. And ironically, because I thought I was gonna go on a cruise and feel like I was entering a bubble of COVID, it was kind of the other way around. And when we got back to the real world, it felt like, here we go, back to the world of which it just seems like it's gone crazy with COVID in the last few weeks. I hope everybody is, doing well and not getting sick. I'm gonna continue to do what I can to not get it. And so, yeah, it was nice. And it's funny because I did that reading on whether or not I would go, and I did like the reading said, and we worked our way around it, which I think is what we have to do as a society, like find the best way to be careful and not get it, and just be thoughtful and keep space from one another until things cool down, and then we'll see if there are more treatments or boosters or what. But it was wonderful to see so much beautiful nature. We were in the Caribbean islands and to get some sunshine. And I was really kind of away from social media and everything for a while as well. One thing that I kept hearing about and wanting to read on was Russia, Putin sort of seeming to move in a little bit on Ukraine, and I thought that would be an interesting read to do. I did try to look into it just now, and it seems like, I know that Biden is being tough on this and very supportive of Ukraine, as our other allies are. So I'd be really surprised if Putin tries to do anything. I've got the Cosmic Tarot here. See what it has to say on that topic. Turn some upside down here. Putin is always doing things a little upside down. Clearing out the space here and asking, will Russia be invading Ukraine? Will Russia try to invade Ukraine, let's say this year? Putin's making some sort of aggressive posturing. Is he gonna make a move? What's Putin's plan? Is he gonna make a move? How is this gonna go? I am not getting a lot of energy, like, oh, okay, a few things coming out here. The Hermit. I'm just gonna do these 4 in a row like this. Oh, there's 5. Let's just see what these cards have to say. The 6 of Pentacles is like generosity, charity, giving. This makes me feel like this is how Ukraine is being sort of showered with protections and sympathies from world powers, like this King of Cups here. Lovers is a sort of standing together with Ukraine. Powers are standing together with Ukraine. Now, 4 of Swords, it's upside down. So 4 of Swords like this would be easing up, backing off. So in the past, yeah, this is why people have come together to be generous to Ukraine, is because Putin has stopped backing off. He has started moving forward. He's acting strange. King of Cups and the Hermit. I feel like this is depressed Putin, honestly. And the Hermit. He's alone in his desire to do this. I don't know why I didn't mention this, but I will now. I think it's because I don't think of him as an alcohol drinker necessarily. I really don't know. But I feel there's some sort of chemical intoxication here with him that contributes to his strange behavior and melancholy feelings about the past and his sense of being alone or wanting to be alone. But whatever it is also makes him feel kind of special in an almost spiritual way, which he does like. I feel like there's something that drives this sort of grandiose savior complex that he has. I just really don't think his head is right, and it feels almost sloppy in a way, wrapped in emotions and a strange kind of spirituality he has, in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. And it's painful. I feel like it's painful for him that he's upset. I feel in this hermit is like he's sort of obsessed, but he's alone in his obsession. And I know it's true. He's always been obsessed about, or, like in his propaganda, wanting to bring Ukraine back in to this old Soviet Union larger power. Let's see at the surface of this. Seven of Cups, illusion, delusion, and this looks like a kind of devastating illusion, delusion. So this falls into that same thing. He just look at this guy. He's just devastated. He wants it so bad, and he dreams of it romantically. Fantasy is the word here. He indulges in a fantasy world that drives his monomania. That's a word I didn't even know, but I got it in my head. I looked it up, and it means exaggerated or obsessive enthusiasm for or preoccupation with one thing. It's considered a kind of insanity that is similar to or related to narcissism. But things are sort of falling and crumbling for him. It even almost looks like a crown here that's sort of toppling. He's not going to get what he wants, and it's almost like he's dealing with it right now. It's just that awful, I want it so bad, and I'm not going to get it, am I, kind of thing. He's just trying to, like swirling in his head, what else can I do? What can I do? To just show everybody that I'm so powerful, but he's just not. He's not going to get it. Oh, okay, there's two here. Five of Cups, loss, kind of devastation, which I think is what he feels, with that fall of the Soviet Union. He felt like there's been a state of loss for Russia, and he wants to fix it. Princess of Pentacles, which I read as sort of an offer, a hope to manifest. Princess, okay, almost in the sense that they belong together, Russia and Ukraine, and wanting to sort of reach out and take it. I do feel like Ukraine is the princess here, and it has a sweet, positive, new, young energy of potential. She has started her own journey on her own. She has her own economy, her own land, represented in the Pentacles. She's doing fine and growing while Russia suffers, in his mind anyway. I don't actually know if Ukraine does that well, but from his dark place of loss, that's what he sees, and he's like a jealous ex who can't stand to see the other doing well. I know that sounds so creepy, but that's what I feel. Like he wants her back and believes getting her back will solve everything that Russia suffers from. It's almost like he loves Ukraine. It's almost like a romantic love and wanting that union. I never thought of it like that. So let's see I never quite did a crossing card here. So let's do a crossing. What is crossing him? The Hierophant. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. This is just kind of like Law and Order. The lines are drawn. the rules are in place. It's not yours. You can't take it. And everyone's watching. Look at that Hierophant with the sort of overseeing everything to make sure all the rules are followed. So that is crossing him, and that makes perfect sense. Beneath the surface, this could be what is growing within. Five of Pentacles, more like of this loss. Oh, okay. And also, I think his country financially is very much in need of a growing economy. So that is also a big part of what's driving him and why he's so devastated. He dreams of this like gemstone. It's like it's like that Lord of the Rings, like he wants the ring. Like he's like that creature who's just like, or I think they were all kind of desperate for it. And so that's how he feels about Ukraine. The pressure of the need for wealth for him or for the country. Coming forward, Seven of Swords. This looks like walking away, but there's a thievery. It's actually what it is. It's like stealing away, like, because there's a thievery involved here. So you know what I think? I think he's gonna like try to take, it's like if he can get an inch kind of thing. And it's interesting, it does sort of, the way those swords are lined up, it's bringing me to like a border, like there's some place along the border where he might take like 5 feet or something. Like he's definitely not gonna walk away with empty-handed, but I don't know that he's gonna do enough to get himself in serious trouble. Basically, I'd say he's not done yet. His next move won't be to back away quietly, but to keep pushing and trying to get away with what he can here and there. But I don't feel it as catastrophic, more like strategic maneuvering and trickery, and maybe in more countries or territories than one. Something tricky coming. But we'll see, maybe there will be big trouble for him. Let's do the full spread and see what else we get. See if we can see how he's feeling right now. Two of Pentacles. He's trying to decide. He's still like up in the air. He's not fully committed to whether he's going to or not. You can even see this guy, he's on the Two Pentacles, and it's like, does he back up? Does he go forward? Does he back up? Does he go forward? So there's a little bit of that going on. He's weighing his options. And I think he just also likes to to make people nervous, because it makes him feel a little bit more powerful, which he does not feel powerful. And he wants to seem like maybe he will, maybe he won't. Ooh, oh, interesting. 10 of Wands, he's trapped. He really can't move. He doesn't have a lot of options. 2 of Wands, he's trying to find a way. So you've got these 10 of Wands where you can see he's very trapped, can't move. Too many burdens, too many borders, too many restrictions. But this 2 of Wands is, this man is trying to walk through an opening. So he's trying to find an opening, and there isn't one. But he really wants to sneak in somewhere. He's sort of like, there must be something I can take, It's sort of like assessing. He's like assessing all the border areas to see if he can walk through any space. I don't know exactly how all of that works, but that's what I'm feeling he's doing. I think it kind of makes sense. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Prince of Wands. This makes me feel like the new generation, the new justice, like he's kind of like the old guy, and this is the new kind of thinking coming in. It could be like a threatening, someone who threatens Putin, and he's a young, more forward-thinking person. I do finally get in a few minutes that, of course, this is Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky represented here, as he does embody those characteristics I just mentioned, and it makes perfect sense that Putin is afraid of his influence and likability. He even looks like the guy in this card, which is funny because he is a former actor, and these cards play a lot with actor themes and images. So I'd say in this position, the cards are saying that people are putting a lot of hope in this new democratic system and leader, and Putin fears it, that this democracy and idea of serving the people may spread to Russia. He so wants the old way. The old, he's so stuck in the past. This is like this dreaming, the Seven of Cups. He's just like fantasizing about the past. And it's just like, time to move on. And if the new comes in, the past will just be gone forever. Final outcome. Ace of Wands. This feels like a new ruling, maybe a new ruler. Like, honestly, it could be an attack. Let's see what cards we get with it. It's a big new something. So based on these other cards, is it a big new change, a big new time for Russia? Or is it a big new event, an attack? Wow. Oh, King of Wands. Man, what is this trying to tell us? Death. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, before this death even came up, I thought someone's taking him out. Oh my God. And then there was death. I was like, this King of Wands seems like a new person coming in and like taking rulership. And I'm sitting there shuffling and staring at these two thinking, is someone gonna just take out Putin? Okay, now I don't like, for entertainment purposes only, and also I don't know that this means literal, it can, but it can also just mean you're out, like you're out. And someone else is coming in. There's a new power in town. My gosh. Now you might be able to look at these and think, could this be him attacking Ukraine and causing, I just don't think so. Especially when I was looking at the cards and having those thoughts. Someone's gonna take him out one way or another. He's out. And yeah, more and more, this is just feeling almost like this could just be like symbolic, but like whacking someone. Ooh, whacking someone. My God, is he gonna get whacked? Kind of, on the back of the head sort of thing. Taking power. Man, if Putin's watching this right now, I'm sure he is. He's better get nervous. Someone's coming in to take your spot. That's what I think. I know I thought like a young person, but I think this is more the youth of Russia and the new way of thinking. They don't care as much. They're not stuck in the past. They just they have like other ideas for the, economy besides just like stealing land. Oh, and this could also be, this could also be the Ukrainian president. He's kind of this young prince. Yeah, and he is likable. He's liked, he's respected by other world leaders. That's who that is. This is someone within the inner circle. That's the inner circle guy who's gonna come in and take the power from Putin. Woo! Let's see if I get anything underneath this. That is quite a story, my goodness. 10 of Cups. This is actually extreme fulfillment and what's best for the community and best for all. Oh, but it's interesting, because for me, it looks like oil, which I know is big to Russia and the oligarchs. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's an oligarch here. It's the biggest, some big oligarch. I mean, which is awful for Russia. I want it to be someone who's different. But, even though I do see it as oil, I still can't take away from the meaning of the card, which is family, contentment, love, support. It still leads, it's still better than Putin. It's interesting. I literally finished this reading and went to turn on the TV, and there was a report on the news about current mass protests in Kazakhstan, which is a neighbor to Russia and part of the old Soviet Union that Putin craves so much. And I'm going to try to get this right, but you can read up on it for yourselves. One reason for the uprising is soaring gas prices that people are fed up with. They can't get the fuel to live their lives, and they're tired of the corruption from the current dictator, who is very old school and Putin-esque, and they want him out. And I knew right away that situation is connected to this card, like it's trying to explain itself to me. It's very complicated, but I get that the people are very angry. They want their due. They know what they deserve and what their government should provide for them. And that's what's driving change in that part of the world. And I believe that change is what will contribute to Putin's end, whether by force or just the pressure of changing times. I want to add that Putin has now sent thousands of his own military troops into Kazakhstan to control the situation, which I'm sure means to squash this new energy demanding change. But I feel here in this card that this energy will not be squashed. This is the energy bubbling up beneath the surface and rising, and will affect Putin's story and a change in leadership. It's almost like there's a better way for Russia that is growing from beneath the surface that's going to help this to all happen. I guess for some reason with Putin, the cups are not overflowing. You can see the cups overflowing in this. So he must have a way that prevents people from, their cups are not overflowing, this Five of Pentacles. I think that someone's just is going to be more diplomatic. Once they can be more diplomatic on the world stage, their cups will flow because the sanctions will stop. They can be more friendly with the world and stop being so separatist, and that will help their economy. That will help their cups to overflow. I think they are tired of Putin with all of the sanctions that are falling upon them and preventing them from thriving. And that's what's bothering them so much. They want their cups to flow. They're going to take them out. Wow, what a reading. Underneath the deck, I have an upside down King of Swords, which seems meaningful. An upright King of Swords, this is a sharp person who's on the ball, who knows things. Upside down, it feels like there's something like a mental block. Could be a corrupt, could be a traitor. Either Putin is just not sharp and clear right now, or there's someone giving him bad information. There's a lot of anxiety here. The Nine of Swords. He feels like he's out of the loop. Was there? Yeah, there was a Hermit card here. He feels out of the loop. That's that Hermit card, the Sad King. And it's causing him a lot of anxiety. And I'll just do the one more, the Hanged Man. With that, he's sort of trying to buy his time. The Hanged Man is a little bit about time. Well, he wants more time. He just wants to hold on to power as long as he can. He wants the luxury of time, and But you see the piece of the Hanged Man, sort of a Zen card. And then the Nine of Swords, it's just like he doesn't have the peace. He's anxious. And he feels out of the loop somehow. So that's my read on that. I think he might try to get away with a little something, but not too much, because there's too many eyes on him. And he's got too many restrictions. And ultimately, he's out. This could be, you know, who knows, 6 months, a year down the line. But as far as where his story is going, I mean, it could be even further, but as far as where his story is going, he's out. So that was pretty interesting. I hope you guys got something out of that. As always, let me know if you had any thoughts on the cards. And if you have any topics you'd like me to read on, feel free to let me know. And otherwise, I will talk to you guys next time. Thanks so much. Bye.